Alright, welcome back to DajibanLife. Sorry I haven't updated in a while. I got sick. It wasn't the Rona though, so thankful for that. But yeah, I've been feeling kind of not so good physically, and so I decided to take some time off and rest, recuperate. I haven't done too much to the van or worked on my other projects. A little bit here and there, but not too much, just because again, I was sick for a while. The things that I did do are I just hung up some cargo nets here on the door, just for more storage. I can have a place to put my shoes now, which is nice, and just random, whatever. I don't know what else to put in here. I don't really have anything right now, but that kind of works. And I have some other plans. I was going to hang up some curtains up in the front instead of here behind the seat, so I can take advantage of the seat back and get one of those seat back organizer things, so I can put some more stuff here, more storage options. So, but that'll come, I guess, in a later video, because today what I'm going to try to do is fix my AC unit when my accessory belt pretty much, or when the idler pulley went out, my accessory belt cut through these wires here on the AC condenser unit, or the compressor unit. And so I'm going to try to take this pulley off here for the AC and try to resolder the wires back together or something, just figure out, see what happened there, instead of buying a whole new, compressor unit. Alright, so I got the retaining nut off of the clutch assembly. Let's see now if this will come off, and hopefully nothing falls off. Alright, cool. That's off. Okay. It doesn't look like... oh yeah, there's only one way that this goes on, because on the splines there's like a gap here. So it only goes on that way. So that'll help. So we'll put this aside. And then supposedly there's like a lock ring or a snap ring that holds the pulley in place. I don't know if there's a lot of crud in here. I don't know if this comes out. Let me check the manual, and then once I figure it out, maybe I'll be further along. Worst case scenario, I haven't done too much right now. Oh, there's a washer here. Be careful. So I can just probably put the clutch assembly thing back on, and no harm, no foul, if I can't figure out a way to get the rest of this stuff off. Alright, well, things went pretty smooth up until I got to taking the pulley off, and there is no snap ring or locking ring like the diagram shows in the manual. Or maybe it is there, it's just I can't see it because of the angle I'm at. There is a washer here, but it's being held in by something. It won't come out, or it's part of the bearing assembly maybe. And I really don't know a way to get this pulley off. It did say in the manual to use a plastic hammer to tap it, so that means it's probably jammed on there pretty good. And this car is really old. This is over, what is it, like 20 years old now? So I think this looks like the original compressor that the car came with. So that's probably going to be jammed on there pretty good. So it might be a bad idea to try to get it off. So what I'm going to do is I looked up new compressors and they're like 200, maybe $300 or so, and then I would need to charge it also with R134. And so what I think I'm gonna do is, instead of messing with this any longer and possibly, you know, screwing up the drive belt system, the accessory belt system on my car, I'm probably just gonna go to the junkyard and just source one of these. I'm sure I won't know if the AC compressor unit's good or not, that it actually works in the junkyard. I guess I can get a warranty, but I mean, this one didn't really work that well either. Anyway, on hot days, it would lower the temperature in the cab maybe by, you know, 10 degrees at most, which it just made things more bearable. Like, it was still hot, but I wasn't, you know, sweating my balls off, at least. So I think I'm just gonna, go to junkyard, pick up a used one, and swap it in there. Hopefully without the wires frayed out like this. And then recharge the refrigerant, which this car probably needs anyway, because I'm planning a trip in the summer this year out to New York State, because my best friend is getting married and I am the best man. So I thought I would deliver him to his bride. So I'm making him fly out here where I'll pick him up from the airport, and then I'll drive him back to where he just flew from, which makes a lot of sense, I know. But yeah, in order to deliver him in the summer, we're gonna be driving through the middle of America and across America basically, and I'll try to film that as much as possible, and that'll be a fun trip. But I definitely need AC. I've done that trip, a cross-country trip in the summer before without AC, and oh man, let me tell you, like AC, you need to understand why I love AC so much. And it's just because some things that happened to me in my life that showed me that AC is almost greater than anything. Like, it's better than sex, it's better than money, having money, it's better than even like good food sometimes. It's like we're really at the top of the list. It's almost the pinnacle of needs, you know, on the you know, Maslow hierarchy of needs or whatever, in the triangle at the top. At the very top, the eye, you know, if you will, the Illuminati eye, would be air conditioning. So I've learned this in my life. I don't know if you have. Hopefully you haven't had the same kind of life experiences that I've had, so that AC doesn't mean as much to you, but it does mean a lot to me. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna give up on this today, put it back together, make sure that, you know, my belts work, and then just go source one from the junkyard like I always do. The junkyard is my best friend, other than AC, and just replace it. Alright, nerds. I went to the junkyard and successfully sourced a AC compressor unit from a 2003 Dodge van. As far as it looks to me, they look exactly the same as the one that I have. Hopefully this is cooled down enough for me to touch it. Yeah, you know, it's still kind of hot, but yeah. So basically, since I can't fix the wires with the the compressor on the engine as it is, I decided to just replace the entire unit and recharge the refrigerant myself and try that. I know it's probably better off going to a dealer and getting it charged that way, but yeah, you know, whatever. Alright, so new old replacement compressor is in. I got the belt ran and everything. I'm gonna start it up and see if there's no problems. Obviously there's no refrigerant inside the system right now. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to fill that the DIY method, but worst case scenario, I could just take it to a dealer and they'll do it for me, because I don't have all the fancy vacuum machines and stuff that I think that you need in order to fill this properly. But yeah, I think the unit itself is in there. Hopefully it's not faulty. I didn't buy a warranty from the junkyard, so if it's bad, then oh well. I didn't have AC anyway to begin with, ever since the wires got cut. But as you can see, the wires are good here on this one. So yeah, let's try starting it up and yeah, seeing if it works. Alright, so I went to what do you call it, AutoZone, and picked up AC Pro, #1 selling recharge kit. I don't know anything about it. It's the first time using this stuff, so apparently it's #1, so it better be good. Well, I tried recharging this thing. It didn't take as much as it said it would in the manual, because the manual said 33 ounces or something like that, so I bought 3 cans of this. But it didn't really take it all, so I tried bleeding some of the air out of this side while I filled this side, but I don't think that really worked either. I don't think it's really working the way it's supposed to, so it's probably better if I just take it to a dealer and have them recharge it, because I don't think it really worked. But I'm not sure this compressor actually works either, because this clutch doesn't spin. It did a little bit when I was bleeding and feeding at the same time. It looked like it was starting to move a little bit, like it would spin a little bit and stop and spin a little bit and stop, but for the most part it doesn't spin. So I'm wondering maybe if this compressor that I got at the junkyard is bad, or it could be a relay. Maybe one of the relays are bad. Actually, this is the only one. So I checked it and it seems like it's working. I didn't test it though, so I don't know. We'll summer's still a while away. It's not gonna get hot for a while, so I think I'm just gonna live with it for now, and then yeah, just take it to the dealer and see if they can figure it out. Maybe it just needs to recharge like the proper way, because I think these are designed to just top up what you already have. So you know, it's not supposed to be filling from empty. This sort of just adds to what you've already got in your car. So yeah, that's probably why it's not working, since it's not a fresh fill kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, I'll leave it like that for now. Everything else is working so far. So that's a failure again. So I failed twice on this one, but it was a good attempt. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.